Dailies today
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos, Nigeria, welcome back to Dailies Today. This is the second part of the show here on Nigeria Info 99.3. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Pleasant morning to you and thank you for joining us. As announced yesterday, Jimmy will not be joining the show this week because he's in mourning. He lost his younger brother, so he won't be with us this week. At least let's give him that break to mourn properly. Again, we wish the family we express our condolences to the family, and we pray God grants them that strength to withstand this loss of Abdul Latif Diso. Right. Let's begin the show this morning. We've got the stories for you. I'm Sheriff Quadry, and you can watch Dailies Today on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch. All right. Let's start with this story here on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. Organizers meet IGP, insist on street protests. Organizers meet IGP, insist on street protests. The riders, FG declares custodial centers red zone. Tinubu needs support to actualize policies, Shetima. A story is on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. We're going to flip through to the inside pages of the Daily Trust newspaper. Let's quickly get to the editorial of the Trust. FG must handle NIMC repeal bill with utmost care. That's the editorial of the Trust today. FG must handle NIMC repeal bill with utmost care. If you're interested in that report, feel free to go read up on it. In the meantime, let's go straight to the City and Crime page of the Trust newspaper. So here we go. It's always on pages 20 and 21 or 16 and 17. Let's start with this story here that reads, lover allegedly sets girlfriend ablaze for rejecting marriage proposal. I mean, this is wild. This is really, really wild. I have a fair idea where this would... Okay, so here we go. A man, Abdullahi Idris, has been arraigned in a Kano State Sharia court for allegedly setting his girlfriend, Saadatu Ibrahim, ablaze for turning down his marriage proposal. Idris, a resident of Rimi town in Sumaila local government area, was said to have dated Saadatu, a divorced woman, for 7 days. For 7 days before she refused to accept his proposal to marry him. This one is sick now. This guy is sick. This one is very sick. Let's take another story. Man allegedly kills, buries dad in Niger. Man allegedly kills, buries dad in Niger. A 29-year-old man, Muzamilu Abubakar, has allegedly killed and buried his 60-year-old father, Malam Abubakar Adawa Songa, in the Chandaga local government area of Niger State. City and Crime gathered that the victim and the son lived at the Birkin Sale New Extension area in Chanchaga. When Daily Trust correspondent visited the scene of the incident, he was told that the dismembered body had already been exhumed and taken to Wakongo police station and the suspect arrested. Yeah, there's another secret here. City and Crime is always the City and Crime is what you find everywhere in the City and Crime. Crime. Benue court remands man over alleged 9 million naira fraud. I no longer love my husband. Woman tells court. Again, 2 decomposing corpses found in Kaduna forest. And you can see many more stories here on pages 20-21 of the Daily Trust newspaper. So let's drop the Daily Trust. Let's go pick up the Vanguard newspaper this morning, okay? We're going to start from page 2 of the Vanguard newspaper. And the story on page 2 reads, protests organizers list convergence points for rallies. Protests organizers list convergence point for rallies. The riders, plenty riders. Falano Adigboruwa, MBA, to lead meeting with IGP. IGP orders DIGs, AIGs, CPs to provide protection for protesters. Court restricts protests in Lagos to freedom, peace, parks. We have a thinking, not bad government as presidency. FG declares prisons red zones, warns against attempted violations. Banks, others ask workers to be vigilant as ASSBIFI expresses concerns. Hashtag NSAS horror must not recur. Anglican primate begs security agencies. Respond promptly to Nigerians' demands. Catholic bishops tell Tinubu ACF rejects planned protest, says 10-day shutdown counterproductive. Why Tinubu can't stop peaceful protests. Secundus. Okay. Those are the writers to that story. Protest organizers list convergence points for rallies. You can read further. Let's go to page 20. FG hands over 400 CNG kits to transporters in 4 states. FG hands over 400 CNG kits to transporters in 4 states. Page 20 of the Vanguard newspaper. FG suspends duty on rice, flour, other essential food items. This is also some good news. FG suspends duty on rice, flour, other essential food items. Let's go to page 35. That's where we would find that story. I'm sure you're interested in this story. It's on page 35 of the Vanguard newspaper. So here we go. We're here now. So the story reads, the federal government, I don't know why they put it at the back though. The federal government, through the Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, has suspended import duties on rice, flour, wheat, and other essential food items in an effort to reduce the high cost of food items in the country in the wake of the excruciating hunger in Nigeria. Disclosing this yesterday, the Controller General, CG, of the Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, Mr. Adewale Adeniyi, said the government is committed to addressing the rising cost of essential food items aimed at reducing hunger in the land. According to him, and I quote, global inflation is impacting nations worldwide, including Nigeria. To address this, federal government, through the Nigeria Customs Service, is suspending import duties and taxes on essential food items to make them more affordable. They mean. We are committed to implementing this measure seamlessly to address the problem of hunger in our nation. We have streamlined export processes to ensure that Nigerian goods reach international markets efficiently. We have produced tools like advanced ruling system, authorized economic operator, and time release study to enhance trade, stimulate the economy, and create opportunities. End quote. You can read further. It's a long speech. FG suspends import duty on rice, flour, other essential food items. You can read further. Page 35 of the Vanguard newspaper. It's 7:40. I've got about 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes before I come take your thoughts on the show this morning. Listen to this story here. It's on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. Tax Fund laments varsity's monthly 400 million naira electricity bill. Tax Fund laments varsity's monthly 400 million naira electricity bill. That story is in the Vanguard newspaper. And I feel for universities, man. This is not going to be funny at all. It's not going to be funny at all. So let's drop the Vanguard. Let's go pick up the Guardian newspaper. If you're watching on Facebook and on YouTube, do drop your comments. Let me know what you think about the stories that we've looked at so far today. So let's take this one. Let's start with this story here on page 4. FG warns protesters, declares custodial centers red zones. FG warns protesters, declares custodial centers red zones. That's on page 4. Tension as joint security forces parade Ibadan. Stories on page 5. Tension as Joint Security Forces Parade Ibadan. So it's on page 5. You can pick up the paper read further. Ohaneze faction knocks Obi over endorsement of protest. That story is on page 3. Ohaneze faction knocks Obi over endorsement of protest. Page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. The Guardian newspaper. That's right. Let's take our last story in the Guardian. Page 6 is where you'd find it because it's already 7:42. Address Nigerians, reshuffle cabinet to stave off protest. Ex-SGF tells Tinubu. Address Nigerians, reshuffle cabinet to stave off protest. Ex-SGF tells Tinubu. That story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. You can pick up the Guardian to read further. They have this interesting story on the real estate on the front page of the Guardian newspaper with infographics to go with it. All right, okay. The Guardian. Let's come take your thoughts now. 2770993 for the male callers. The female callers can call 465-7190 for the female callers. That's 465-7190. I heard the male line is down. Has been down so far this morning. Okay, so everybody can call the female lines then. The female line rather. It's 465-7190 with the code 0201 starting your number. WhatsApp is 0809-597-5805 on WhatsApp. That is 0809-597-5805 on WhatsApp. Please turn off your radio if you're calling me. And everybody has got 60 seconds to share their thoughts. Okay, that's our first call gone. Let's take another one. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, Miss.
Quadry.
Morning to you.
Yes, I want to Felix from Ikorodu.
Let's
Sherry,
talk.
thank you very much. Nigerian government, I pity for you. You are confining protesters to a center that they should stay there like fingerlings. Well, they will see how Nigerians will protest. And whoever that is threatening the protesters that they should not come out is also a problem to Nigeria as we speak. I don't think the protesters in their sensible mind will go after any center or federal government property. It's just a way to vent their frustration. Allow them to move. It's only the government that will send dogs to come and destabilize this, and then you will now go and arrest the so-called organizers, which I don't think there's any organizer. In my opinion, Nigerians are frustrated, and anybody that shoots anybody, you will also die by bullets, because if you kill by sword, you die by sword. Leave these protesters to vent their annoyance. They are not going to destroy any structure.
Thank you for your thought. Appreciate it. Morning to you.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Morning to you.
My name is Chika.
Welcome, Chika. 60 seconds.
Well, for me, let me start this morning for the FG that is of police confining protesters to a particular zone. The question I want to ask police this morning is that these people that have been able to go around threatening people from Lagos Island to Ikorodu to Iba, have they also confined those people to a particular zone? And why is it that up till now, the police or the DSS have not actually picked up anybody that is harassing people not to come out to protest that day? This dual legal system that we're running in this country will never help us at all. It will never. And since protest is a fundamental human right in a democratic setting, why are they threatening people not to come out to protest? And let police also understand and federal government that it's their primary responsibility to protect the life and properties of the people. So they should go out and protect everybody that is protesting and also protect the property of people of Nigeria. Good morning.
Morning to you too, right on time. Thanks for calling, appreciate it. Let's also add to the list of headlines this morning that we woke up to the demise of music icon Onyeka Onwenu. She has been reported to have died at an event here in Lagos. She was 72. Yeah, so rest in peace. Kofi would have a special dedication in honor of late Onyeka Onwenu at 8 o'clock just after this show. So you can, join in that particular special edition of the Morning Crossfire this morning, okay? In honor of late Onyeka Onwenu, who we hear died after performing at a friend's birthday. She was said to have died on Tuesday night when she slumped after performing at a friend's birthday. So she was taken to the hospital. So she was pronounced dead at Reddington Hospital here in Lagos. May her soul rest in peace. Let's continue with the calls now. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Mr.
Yes, please.
Which is my name?
60 seconds. Let's hear you.
Well, protest. We, the people, are demanding for good governance. What we are having now is bad governance. We are demanding for good governance. Let government listen and address the issues confronting the nation. People are passing on so hardship. I don't mind people who are being rewarded. They can come out and say anything. Arrogant ways. That's what we are interested in. People want government to do something meaningful now. There is hunger in the land. You see the way they are almost sabotaging the protest, and nobody is talking. Even Mr. President, he said he don't have any excuse for him.
Thank
he
you.
can deliver.
Thank you.
Yeah, but let him deliver. That's what we are clamoring.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
You too. Thanks for calling. Nigeria Info, good morning to you. The call is gone. Let's take another call. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Yes, please. Morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Boyerson speaking from Afromedia.
Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, my dear brother, if I must ask you, these people that are saying that they're against protest, these people who turned around now to say they should not protest, what do you think must have happened? Money must have changed hands. And I ask, are these not Nigerians? Are they not buying from the same market that everybody is buying from? Can't they see that people are suffering? People are dying since May 29. It's been difficult. Since that pronouncement of subsidy has gone, can't they reason, for God's sake? They should allow the protest to go on. Nigerians have their right to vent their anger. That's my only contribution this morning. Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling. Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Hey, Sheriff.
Good morning.
I greet you.
Good morning.
The death of Onyeka Williams shocked me this morning. I just woke up and saw the news everywhere. It's a sad one. Sad one. We have lost another great legend. I heard that she just slumped. Sad. God bless her soul.
Amen.
And for the protest, the former SGF is saying that the president should address the issues. Some of those issues was just being addressed when the protest, the session of the protest has started. It could have been avoided if some of those issues were addressed earlier before now. But I don't think much will happen. I keep saying it, both for the protesters and for the government. I don't look and laugh. Let's see how it goes. Good morning.
Morning to you too. Thanks for calling me. Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Hello, Sheriff. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Olumuyiwa.
Welcome.
I have two things to say. Number one, if you look at even this fight that is going on, even motion yesterday something happened, I will have even suggest that the protestants stay in a particular place, maybe like National Stadium or that Bill Stadium. If government can even allow National Stadium that has gate, so that when people are fomenting trouble here and there, they know that they are not the protestants. Honestly, I wanted to criticize that because we in Nigeria, can we go to that place? But if we can even have a particular place that will not even affect other movements, I think it's okay. So that if they are destroying somewhere in Ojota, we know that we are not in Ojota or we are in Oshodio.
Right.
Then in conclusion, the government said that they want to reduce taxes on imported food. Please open border and reduce the price of fuel. Just two things we need. Open border for food and reduce the price of fuel. Good morning. Morning
to you too. Lumio, thanks for calling. Let's take this one, then we'll go and take our messages after. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Sheriff.
Yes, please.
I'm Bountiful by name, calling from Barriga.
Welcome.
Thank you. On issue of this protest, everybody is saying, if our leaders are very sincere to the citizens, it's What we are demanding and complaining is what is going on in the country. Instead of them to find a way to look an avenue to do the proper thing, they will tell us to wait, to hold on, that things will work normally. When they are spending the money, buying luxury cars for themselves, paying judges high amount, they did not tell us to hold on for some time, that look at what they are going to do to the judges. Now it is time for the citizens to franchise their own mind. Look at what is going on in the country. It's now turning out a threat. Anyway, let's sit and wait to know what will happen. For me, the country is not good. Every day, things are going wrong. Things are expensive in the market. A derica of beans is 1,800 naira, 2,500 naira. And we are telling us to sit down and wait. For a long time, I've not gone to the market to buy tomatoes.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you for calling. Let's go take some messages now. Corey says on YouTube, the IGP has been more active these days because of protests than he has been since his appointment. That's Corey on YouTube. Corey, thanks for sharing your thought. Appreciate. I have another one here that says, I think your name is Dikpo. Dikpo says, go and protest. It's your right. However, it is not your right to destroy our personal and public infrastructure. Say no to destructions. No looting. That's Dikpo on YouTube. Let's go to Facebook. Let's go take one or two comments there. Olua Mayowa on Facebook says, why is the IGP silent on the threats against people that will be coming out to protest? This further proves our argument that the government is usually responsible for any protest going south through their state-sponsored thugs. As Olua Mayowa on Facebook, who dropped that message. Thank you for sharing, though. I've got Uchenna. Uchenna says, R.I.P. Onyekanwenu, the Iron Lady. Oh, what a death. My sincere, heartfelt condolence to the entire Wenu's families and the Nigerian people at large. May God of all, may God of all consolations console them all. Okay. Uchenna, thank you for sharing your thought. And yes. Let's go to WhatsApp now. Ola in Lagos says the federal government can start the process of cabinet reshuffle by replacing Mele Kyari of NNPCL with Buba Marwa. That's Oyenride of JAM. Okay, all right. Ola, thank you for sharing your thought on that. 7:54. I've got a few more minutes left. Let's take one or two more messages on WhatsApp. Adeshewa is in the code. Adeshewa said, I just love the scare this protest is giving to our leaders. So all this while, they have the power to reduce the cost of commodities, but didn't do it. To me, it's just funny how they're on their toes. And she's sending big hug to Uncle Jimmy. Okay, all right. Let's take another message quickly. Let's see. My advice to Nigerians on the protest is to say no to violent protests and yes to peaceful protests. From Just That in Lagos. Is that your name? Just That. Okay. Let's move on. I'm not sure that's your name. Can be Just That. Baylor says, why is FG suspending charges on rice and other food items? They should reduce price of fuel and food items will come down. Cost of transportation of goods from warehouses to the market is a problem we're having in this country. That's Bello Monsuru who dropped that message. Thank you. Let's take our last set of calls now. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, I want to check my radio.
Okay.
Hello? Hello, can you
Yes,
hear me?
please go on.
Yes, CNA is my name.
Welcome.
The news this morning is just a very sad news. The demise of Onyekanwenu. Yesterday we were discussing about her record in journalism, and today she's not a good one at all. May her gentle soul rest in peace.
Amen to that.
So what I want to discuss this point here, this process.
You have 30 seconds.
Protest is not against democracy. The democratic setting, protest is the only voice that makes government to hear the people. But now we are hearing, don't protest, don't do this, don't do this. But I'm seeing this thing as if there's a lot of cash out.
Is your heart racing because your MTN line is blocked? You can't make calls. You can't receive calls. Not even text messages. Nothing at all? What about bank alerts? All these happened because you haven't linked your NIN to your MTN line. Unblock your MTN line today by linking it to your NIN. Rush to any nearby MTN store or agent. If you don't have your NIN yet, no problem. Simply go to any nearby NIMC office to get your NIN. MTN, what are we doing today?
You're almost there. Just get the diaper from the shelf above the TV.
Okay, I think I got it. Yes.
Are you sure you got it? Maybe I should come home.
Relax, love. It's okay. I fed him. He's smiling. I'm just happy you could stay on the call for this long. I hope I haven't finished your airtime.
Oh, it's fine. I recharged using MTN Awoof for you, and it gave me a whole 6 times airtime bonus. So we can talk as long as we want all day long.
Enjoy Awoof that makes sense with MTN Awoof for you. Dial *888 recharge pin hash for 6 times the bonus on your next recharge. You can also use the Momo or the My MTN NG app to recharge. Terms and conditions apply. What are we doing today?
Welcome back, Chennai. Apologies for the break and the interruption. Okay. Let's take some messages as we finally coast home. I've got less than a minute to drop 1 or 2 messages very quick. I can't take any more calls. Sorry. Any serious government would have by now addressed the nation and state what is willing to do by way of cutting costs and running the government and other measures to alleviate suffering to the people. This would have doused the pressure in the country. But it's so painful that rather than doing this, the government is busy looking for ways to suppress the rights to protest of the people. As Book Fash, who dropped that message. Book Fash, thank you. Lagos, this is how far I can go this morning, but Kofi is next with the continuation of the morning crossfire. He's going to be talking about the protest as well as a tribute to Onyeka Onwenu. And when I come back at 9, we'll do a tribute to Onyeka Onwenu as well. Plus, of course, we have another interesting conversation. That's at 9 on Daily Digest. So stay here, please. Don't go away.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.